Hey everybody, Michael Snyder, California Weather Watch. Today is June 14th, and right now we are looking at the visible satellite imagery. This is this morning. You can see the marine layer kind of hit and miss here across some of Southern California up the Central Coast. Bay Area not doing too bad, and some nice glorious sunshine for some of the northern coastline here. We're going to scroll all the way back through yesterday, and we'll set up yesterday morning, and you can see that marine there as it burns back for many areas. We go through the afternoon hours, and you can also see the thunderstorms build up across the Sierra Nevada as we went through yesterday afternoon. I wanted to highlight that here today because it looks like this is going to be the last, at least for a few days now. But if we go through the afternoon hours, I'm scrolling back and forth, you can see those thunderstorms pop up there. And then as the sun sets, those thunderstorms lose their steam. And we go back into this morning here, and you can see that marine layer bouncing around as well. I like to take a closer look here at Southern California. Sometimes we get these interesting eddy features off the coastline. And as we go in through yesterday, you can see that marine layer really burn back there across Los Angeles, San Diego metro areas, bringing in that nice sunshine here. And then we go through the overnight hours, and this like magically appears here. You can see the eddy action and the marine there pushed into the interior areas and already starting to burn back here pretty well this morning. Taking a look at some gusty winds and fire weather Friday afternoon through Sunday. Check out some of these winds across the higher terrain here. You could be gusting up over 50 miles per hour, and there's an increased threat of grass fires, rapid fire spread blowing dust for the Antelope Valley. And this does include the I-5 corridor and some of the lower mountains here as well. And this goes all the way in through Saturday. And actually, Sunday is still going to be breezy through the afternoon and evening hours as well. Fire weather watch is in effect here. You can see there's Redding, Chico, Sacramento here. We got some of these northerly winds here, low relative humidities, and some gusts towards 40 miles per hour could be driving some of those fires. So be prepared out there. Don't throw your cigarette butts out of your window, please. Taking a look here at Eureka, California, it does include Lakeport, Clear Lake, and Middletown here. And again, 40 mile per hour gusts with low relative humidities. All it takes is a spark. Taking a look at the Bay Area, they do talk about some of that fire activity here across some of the valley areas, but not much else going on otherwise out there right now. There are some gale warnings and some small craft advisories out there, so watch out, mariners, for that. Some of the strong winds coming down the coastline. Damaging wind gusts. Hanford National Weather Service talking about gusts to 60 miles per hour, even to 65 actually in some areas here. And big rigs, high profile vehicles, be very careful out there. The Mojave Desert slopes from Friday evening all the way on in through Sunday. And this is the elevated fire danger. Same thing here as well. Gust up to 60 miles per hour that can spread really rapidly. And check out the temperatures here today. If you want to beat the heat, of course, you go to the coastline. But look at Palm Springs and Thermal, 113 and 111. Means Lake, 105. Lucerne Valley, Big Bear Lake at 83. Checking in, you can see Riverside, 88. San Bernardino at 92. Lake Elsinore at 94 today. Taking a look at Death Valley, look at this, 116 today and tomorrow. You can see Lake Mead pretty warm right now as well. Mount Charleston and much more comfortable. Taking a look at the Father's Day weekend for portions of Arizona. Look at Phoenix. Check it out. 112 degrees for Father's Day. Potential very warm conditions out there. And you can see El Centro and Yuma pretty warm as well. So June 14th, look at this. Fulan, I believe that's how you pronounce it. Funnel cloud was observed there. And so you can get some interesting stuff. And back in 1981, an intense mountain wave was apparent there at the Mojave Desert, Mojave Airport, I should say, producing 107 mile per hour wind gust here. Significant damage to some airplanes and a hangar. And look at that, back in 1917, 112 in Santa Ana, highest temperature on record. Now, if we take a look at the GFS, we are having this trough moving through the Intermountain region here. And I want to kind of show you how this does affect some areas of the Southwest. If we start scrolling to the early portion of next week, you can see that cold air setting up shop here. And that's going to suppress our temperatures at least for a few days before we try to bounce back. But look at Tuesday morning here across some of the Intermountain West. Some areas getting 25 degrees below normal for this time of year. And then that slowly starts to wane and push off to the east there. And we start to bring those temperatures back as we go towards the end of next week, as you can see for some areas there. This would be about Friday afternoon. If we take a look at the European at 18,000 feet, you'll see that trough swinging through, and there it goes. That's what's going to help knock our temperatures down a bit here across a lot of California and the Southwest as we go through the early portion of next week, but then potentially building back again after that. Also, we mentioned the winds. We talked about that. Just kind of giving you a visual diagram here as we go through this afternoon. You can see these winds really kick off across the Sierra Nevada. Gusty westerlies across portions of Nevada. Desert areas, watch out. Again, the east slopes here. Strong winds across the headlands winds and down the coastline areas here as we go through the day and evening today. And then again, that's going to make itself apparent here on Saturday. Look at some of these very strong winds down the coastline. Heads up for that with these north and northwest winds just ripping down the coast and across the higher terrain, desert areas also. And you'll notice as we go through Sunday, it's going to build back up again there. So today, tomorrow, and Sunday, some pretty breezy conditions out there. And you can see the north winds funneling down the valley areas, very dry conditions, perhaps driving some of the fire activity. Composite reflectivity, just want to show you here the next few days, we're not showing that thunderstorm development there across the Sierra Nevada. So we're going to get a few day break from that at least coming up. If we take a look at lightning flash density potential, in case you didn't believe the North American model, you can see as I scroll through the European, it doesn't show much popping off there across the Sierra Nevada today. And check it out, we do have actually 10% chance of cyclone formation there over the next 48 hours off the coast of Mexico, just 10% right now. We'll watch that over the next few days. And there's the 6 to 10 day with the above average signal here across a lot of the west coast. There's a below average signal there for June 19th or 23rd. We'll see how that evolves. Looks like some above average signal starting to emerge there across some of the four corners, some of Arizona, Utah, New Mexico, and Colorado. We'll see how that goes. And if you want to check this out, Cal Fire, just Google it and you can see where the active fires are right now. Nothing too crazy going on just yet, but as you guys know, this can turn on a dime, so be careful out there. And of course, California, Oregon, Nevada, all drought free right now, and virtually all of Utah, Arizona doing much better than it was at this time last year as well. But anyway, yeah, get out there and enjoy that. Thunderstorms should not be a problem here for the next few days, but I mean, I kind of hesitate at saying that little bit there because you might pop off a shower or something as we go through the day today, but it should be less coverage anyway. But anyway, I hope you guys are enjoying these videos. Click like and subscribe. We will do this all again tomorrow, and I will talk to you guys then.